Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you? Hey! You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look at their campaign. You know what they do? They audition. Yeah! When you put them on the job...
Hey, we're back in the saddle again. Hello, Talk Labor fans. We got a lot of good stuff for you today. How was your holiday? Did you have a good one? Did you stay safe? I hope you did. And let's just, thank God that everybody is doing well, and we're trying to strive through this stuff, this crazy stuff that should not have been. It should not have been, because have this guy in the White House done what he's supposed to do, we wouldn't have these problems. But you know what to do? I'm going to say a little bit about him today, and then I want to move on to other things, because you get enough of him. I know you get enough of him during the week and on the weekends. But I ran across a word, and I said, this guy, this describes this guy to a T, demagogue. That's Trump. I looked it up, and you look it up for yourself so you see what I'm talking about. But demagogue, a political leader who seeks support appealing to desires and prejudices of ordinary people rather than by using rational arguments. He seems more interested in demagoguing the issue in the media interview rather than in dialogue. That fits him to a T. That fits him to a T. I looked at him today. I was, I don't know where I was, somewhere on the TV, and they were talking about him and what he doing with the soldiers, and calling the soldiers suckers and all that. And he got on television and said, I would never do that. I never call soldiers out of their name like that. We saw him call John McCain out of his name, but he said, I'll never call him out of that. Now, the soldiers like me, it's those old generals. They're no good. They're the ones they're the ones that trying to start wars and make money off of it. And if you're not talking about the soldiers, don't you realize the generals are soldiers? And you're lying on them people? Boy, this man is stupid, if I ever seen stupid, man. But the media bothers me. I call them media whores, because they're on the corner trying to make that money. They don't care how they make it. They want to make it. If you do, the reason I say that, if you take for instance, who killed the cops in Oakland? It was one of those skinheads. But you don't hear a lot about that, do you? They reported it, but they did not follow up on it. Had one of those long rifles. The 17-year-old kid that murdered this young person in Wisconsin. Now, the media would have us believe that he was being attacked. This is why he shot these people. No. He shot this man. They were standing up there. Nobody was attacking him. He shot this man, and then when he shot him, he started to run, and people tried to catch him and take the gun away from him. That's the way it works. But if you ever notice how the media, when they're talking, when they're reporting on Trump and they're reporting on Biden, they give Biden about this much, and then they give Trump a whole 5 minutes, to express what he's got to say. If you listen to Joe Biden, Joe has a lot to say. And what he's saying makes a hell of a lot of sense. This is why his ratings are so high. This is why his ratings are so high. Now, it's only one time that Joe Biden pissed me off, and that was with Anita Hill. Years ago. All you millennials, you aren't even born then. But years ago, he pissed me off with Anita Hill. But you know what? Anita, after all these years, came back and she said, you know what? I'm voting for Joe Biden. She said, because he can atone for what he did, as far as that Supreme Court judge situation. And she said, that's forgivable. She said, but with this guy in here now, not only is he not forgivable, but he'll destroy the country. This is Anita Hill. I'm saying, but I was going to vote for Joe Biden. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just happy she came home and said that. And Joe picked up on that. That's the one thing. But I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to get the facts from the regular media. Look at it because you need to know as much as you can. But first chance you get, check out cable TV, something like MSNBC, like Rachel Maddow, or Joe Scarborough, Lawrence O'Donnell. These guys will give you the facts, and you can go and check it. That's what you got to do. Check it. Okay? Now, do you all remember me telling you how cops joined the force just so they could be able to kill some Negroes, some black people? And I've been telling you this since 2007. Doing the show 2007. I said, this is what it is. They said it. They said we were going to do that, and they did. Well, I got proof for you, and you can go pick this up. We do it yourself. In Michigan, police officers terminated after Ku Klux Klan application was found in his home. Yeah, this is true. He was selling his house, and the brother and his white wife, he didn't know that she was married to a brother, but his white wife came in, inspected the house, and saw all that Ku Klux Klan shit in there. And they fired him. But this guy's what he thinks about black. So, we got to stop kidding ourselves. This is what they do. Congressman Torres, he demanded that the FBI release that report that they had in 2006, where it shows that white skinheads, now it says in there white supremacists, but ain't none of them supreme to me. They're little white pigs. But white skinheads infiltrated the law in order to enforce their agenda. Pick all that up. You're looking at the inserts now. So remember, when you see these cops out here shooting people in the back like that, or putting their knee on people's necks and shit, it's not because they don't have the training. They have the training. They just still think that they are slave patrols. They think they're slave patrols. But you just got to keep your head above water, and you'll be okay. But what I want to do, I want to show you twice in this show today. I'm going to show you double standards, okay? First, I'm going to show you how police treat white people as opposed to black. I want you to watch this as a film. Then I'm going to show you something similar to that. Okay, watch this film right here. Okay, we're back. Did you see that? I mean, do you believe that? The cop dropped the shit and ran. You have to see it for yourself. Cameras don't lie. It films exactly what's going on. Now, we're gonna have to do this. We got to get rid of them. We got to root them out. I mean, the same way you get rid of rotten teeth. Even if you have to replace them with implants, we got to get them out of there. That's just the bottom line. Now, why is it so important to vote? That's what I want to get to. Why is it so important to vote? Not just for black people, but for all Americans. Black, white, brown, everybody. The people that follow Donald Trump despises America. You got to understand this. You don't think I'm way, out there when I tell you this. The people that's following this clown are the same people, descendants of people that try to overturn the United States. They have never accepted America for America. They tried to overturn the United States. In other words, they said that they wanted to destroy the United States by starting a civil war. A civil war, which is another word for treason. That's what they did. They got their ass handed to them. They can't accept that. But now is the time to bury them for good. You know how you bury them for good? Just got through talking about it. Everybody, get up there and go vote. Get everybody you know. Get everybody you think you know. And then some people you don't even know. Get up there and get out there and vote. And don't get caught in this, don't get caught in this thing where they try to suppress your vote, by saying that you can't win and or using people to pretend like they're Democrats and say, oh, we might as well not vote. No, get out there and vote. They are trying everything, committing crimes. And this boy's so stupid that he keeps putting his foot in his mouth. This Trump guy. I hate talking about him. But you know what? Get rid of them senators too now. You got to get rid of the senators too. All right? So, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to, and this is something that I don't know if we're ready for it or not. But we're going to do this. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to stop. We're going to take a break. And we're going to come right back. That's what we're going to do.
Someday soon, the time of Trump will pass. This circus of incompetence, corruption, and cruelty will end. When it does, the men and women in Trump's Republican Party will come to you, telling you they can repair the damage he's done. They'll beg you to forget their votes to exonerate Trump from his crimes, ask you to forgive their silence, their cowardice, and their betrayals as Trump wrecked this nation. Every time they had a choice between America and Trump, they chose Trump. Every time they were called to the service of this nation and their sacred oath, they chose Trump. Every time. Learn their names. Remember their actions. And never, ever trust them again.
Hey, we just came right back. One other thing I want to tell you, don't forget, in Illinois, you got to vote. You got to vote on the Fair Tax Act, okay? Vote yes. Don't let these clowns fool you into voting any other way. Folks in Illinois, vote yes, because the Fair Tax Act that will be on the ballot, read it, and you'll see how much it'll help you and the state of Illinois. Take a look at this. Take a look at this clip and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just a couple of seconds, and they explained it pretty good. So take a look.
You're probably hearing a lot about a fair income tax. But what does that mean? And how can it happen? The Illinois Constitution currently requires a flat tax and prohibits a fair tax. That means that everyone has to pay the same tax rate regardless of how much they make. A fair tax would charge lower rates for lower incomes and higher rates for those making more. 32 states and the federal government have a fair tax. Illinois is one of only 9 that doesn't. So, how do we catch up? We have to amend the Constitution, which takes 3 steps. First, we have to introduce legislation to change the Constitution. Senator Don Harmon is the sponsor of legislation currently being considered. Next, that legislation has to pass the Senate with at least 36 votes and the House with at least 71 votes. If that happens, you will get to vote on it in the next general election. The change only becomes law if 60% of those voting on the question say yes.
Take a look at this right here. This is a tale of the 2 presidents. Barack Obama, Donald Trump. And this is dealing with pandemics. Barack Obama with Ebola. Barack Obama, while he was in there as president, 11,300 dead, 23,600 infected, worldwide. Worldwide. But in the United States, only 2 people died and 9 was infected because they were on top of it. Him and Joe Biden. They was on top of it. Let's look at the other guy, Donald Trump. And this is back about a month or so ago. 547,000 dead, 12 million infected worldwide. It's 180 plus dead, 180,000 plus dead now with the coronavirus. And then we got 3 million infected. Just a little something for you to think about. This man knows nothing. I ain't got to go up all the stuff, dumb stuff he's done, because you all already see. There's only one way I would vote for Trump. And you see it right there. Okay? Tell you what, we're gonna come right back, and I got a special guest for you. And I think you're going to enjoy this person. So we're going to come right back. Okay, we're back, and as I promised you, I got a special guest today, and my guest is Dani Jo Williams. Now, Dani is here to bring us up to date on the Infinite Scholar Program. That's the scholarships for kids and stuff like that. But before that, she's been doing a lot of different things. I want you to welcome Dani Jo. Dani, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Jerry. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm great. Listen, I'm glad to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm always happy to be on your show.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna give us an update on the kids and the scholarships and stuff like that we normally give away every year. Mm-hmm. But before that, tell us about yourself. I know you are a great dancer and instructor, and you were an instructor at Joffrey Ballet, if I got all my facts right.
Yeah. So.
You're also married to a famous person.
Yeah.
So just tell us all about yourself, and then run that whole situation of Infinite Scholars down to us.
Okay, great. So as you said before, my name is Dani Jo Williams. I am a choreographer and a creative director, also a filmmaker. I did a lot of choreography and teaching at the Joffrey Ballet, as you stated, and those were for over 5,000 kids in the Chicagoland area. So that was really a wonderful experience, and we continue that through our nonprofit Symphony of Change that my husband and I have. And my famous husband is T.L. Williams. You may know him from songs like Getting More Money Than You and Melanin. And just with the pandemic happening, it inspired us as a married couple to get in the studio together, write some songs, and we just recently released one. So, yeah, just be looking out for all of our things coming forward.
Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, we're looking for it. Well, maybe we can get a shot of your song on here.
Yeah.
At some time. But now, normally we have the Infinite Scholar Program, which is a scholarship fair that we offer to kids, and I know over the last 5 years we've offered over $40 million to scholarship offers to kids.
Yes.
But with the pandemic here, what's going to happen now?
Yeah, so one thing at Infinite Scholars, we wanted to make sure that we still served our students because we, as you stated, we've given out, facilitated over $40 million here in Chicago alone, and that's not even counting the other states that we're in. So we knew that if we didn't have a fair this year, a lot of kids would be suffering financially going to college, whether they're going virtually or whatever. They will still need that support from us. So at Infinite Scholars, we decided to have a virtual fair, and that looks a little different from our physical fair, because if you've been to an Infinite Scholars fair, you know the physical fair has a lot of kids there.
Oh man, yeah.
And so because we wanted to stay very safe, we decided to do a virtual fair. And this virtual fair is happening October the 1st, and that's a Thursday. It'll be at 6 p.m. in the evening, because we want to make sure that parents are able to attend, teachers, not during the school day like our usual fair. Usual fair was during the day. So we're going to have it during the evening, and you can go to infinitescholar.org to sign up for that fair. And in this fair, it's a little different from usual. We're actually giving out more information than we usually do, which is there's a webinar that will have panelists on there. They will give information about scholarships, FAFSA, all of that, the good stuff that kids need to be prepared for before they go to college, as well as have access to colleges' virtual tours. So there'll be a virtual tour, and we have over 400 colleges in our network. So one of the things that we are able to do was get about 100 for Chicago's fair to actually have virtual tours for our students. That'll happen offline so that it won't be during the fair, the webinar, but they have access to that, and they have access to set up scheduled meetings with colleges because of this webinar. We also have a closed caption that's for Spanish speakers. So when the fair is going on, if you speak Spanish and English isn't your first language, we have a fair, Spanish for you, so that you can understand the information that we're giving out. So it's really actually giving us an opportunity to give more to our students.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. That is wonderful. I know you got a lot of people work with you. Chicago Teachers Union, Chicago Public Schools, and the high schools, and it's just a wonderful job that you're doing. Can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait. Now, when is that again?
It's October the 1st. October the 1st is online. Go to infinitescholar.org, and you can register if you are a student. And we are taking this year, this is something that we usually don't do. We're taking all students, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors.
Freshmen, sophomore, and
yes,
wow,
yes.
wonderful.
So you are all welcome to attend the fair. And we have a registration for non-students. So if you're a counselor or you're a parent or you're a community leader and you want to come to this fair and get this information, you also are welcome. So just go to infinitescholar.org, click register, and you can see where you can sign up for the Chicago virtual fair for Infinite Scholars.
Wow. Infinite Scholars is a great organization, and it was formed in St. Louis.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas Osley, right?
Yes.
I got it right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Danny, anything else you want to tell us about Infinite Scholars or anything like that?
Yeah, I think one of the things that most students, when they come through the door at Infinite Scholars, and before the pandemic, they wanted to go to college, but they will always have this college that was set in their mind where they wanted to go. And what I will always tell them, even at the fairs, was don't settle just because you want to go to some specific college. If a lot of colleges are giving you scholarships, make sure you take the choice that, make the good choice that's giving you the money, because education is education.
Right.
And I think they get so hung up on, oh, no, but I want to go to this school. And that school hasn't offered you any scholarships.
You're so right, because I see kids a lot of times want to go to this school, and they get halfway through, and they have no more money, and they drop out, it's gone.
Yes.
But if you're getting scholarships, especially full scholarships and stuff like that, and these schools, they have, and these not, we have like 73% of the historical black colleges there.
Right.
And we have some of your Division I colleges and stuff like
true.
that. So,
That's
we
true.
had all kind of colleges. Okay, Dani, I really appreciate you coming on today.
No problem.
And
Thank you.
I'll be looking for some of that update on what you're doing musically.
Oh, yes.
Because you guys are really, really starting to soar,
Yeah, thank you.
But we'd like to have you and the whole crew on one day.
Okay, we will make that happen. Okay.
Okay, this is Dani Jo Williams. I'm telling you, very, very talented young lady. So we're going to come right back, and we got something else for you.
No matter the age, it's likely that children are hearing about coronavirus online, on TV, and from those around them. As parents and caregivers, it's important to talk with children about emergency situations and approach the discussion in a calm and sensitive way that will help them cope both in the short and long term. You can start the conversation by asking what they've heard about coronavirus and let them share their fears. It's important to share age-appropriate facts and correct any misinformation. Reassure them and emphasize the ways we all stay healthy are the hygiene routines that protect us from getting sick all year round. It's important to wash hands, get sleep, exercise, and eat healthy too. And don't forget to take care of yourself. If you're feeling anxious or upset, remember to take a moment and ask for help. If you need more information on coronavirus, visit covid19.ca.gov.
Hey, we're back. And I got a question. How could you live with yourself if you were doing something like this? You got this young lady that paid for her daughter to go to college and just outright violated the law. And they gave her 2 months probation, damn near. She happened to be white. Young black mother tried to put her little son in school in 5th grade at somebody else's address, her friend's address. They gave her 5 years. Can you explain that to me? I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. But, I don't know. We're going to have to get better than that. We got to stop whining and do things for ourselves. This is the way you do it. We are part of America. Y'all remember that. We are part of America, and don't you forget that. Those traitors and treasonous, we're going to bury them. They're going to be gone. They're going to be gone. What I want to do is talk to my coalition group right now. We're still moving forward like I did last time. All the issues are the same. And what I want you to do, if you are not a member of the CTA Pensioner Coalition and you would like to join, get in touch with one of these officers here, Claude Funches, Suzette Smith, or Larry Whitehead, and they will give you what you need to have and explain to you everything that you need to do. This is not just about the lawsuit. The lawsuit is a big, huge thing. But what I keep trying to tell everybody, they'll come after you again if you are not there to protect yourself. They will come after your money again. Don't think they love you. Mr. Charlie don't love you. That's your money that they took away from you, and that's your money that they're paying you back. But they will come after you again if you're not prepared. And the coalition, our goal is to get a pensioner sitting on that board. Whenever anything comes up that's pertaining to pensioners, you have somebody there to not only make you aware, but also stop it, stop the vote. We'll talk about that more at a later date. But right now, we're going to do this. we're going to get ready to go, get out of here, and get ready for next week. Got a very special guest next week. But on the way out, I want to see if you remember this group right here. Check them out, Lakeside. So long for next week. See you at Talk Labor next week.
Take a ride, there's a party over there that ain't no job. It's live, it's all the way live. Don't even have to walk, don't even have to drive. Just slide, slippity slide. Just forget about the troubles in your 9 to 5 and just sail on. That's what you do, just sail on. Now the dude's so funky, hey, what do you think? What is it called? It's called a Lakeside Stank. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. I'm the captain of this vessel. We wanna take you on a cruise all around the land. Music is at hand. We wanna play it for you. You see, we want to be crew of entertainers. Jam to the music, to the beat. Jam, yeah. Don't let nothing restrain you. We just want you to feel nothing but pleasure. Musical pleasure. Yeah, yeah. Our music is very real. Really real. Truly a treasure. Musical treasure. Come along, pack the bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk, y'all. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. We're the directors of this cruise ship, and you are under our command, yeah. What you should do is take a lesson too, so you can understand. You know, we like to see people having a good time. Everybody happy. Do you wanna party? Hit the beat. That's what stomping music keeps the people dancing. We just want you to feel nothing but pleasure, musical pleasure. Want you to feel it's a world of fantasy. It's a fantasy, together, pleasure, musical pleasure. Come along, dance in the sunshine. Take a walk off the line. Our music is very real. So very real. Treasure, musical treasure. Come along, pack your bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Come along, ride the funk, hey, bring it on. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Do you wanna ride with me? Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Do you wanna go to the land of funk?
I don't follow leaders who ain't got no mission. Fly like a bird, sting like a hornet. You want me to follow? Tell me where we going. Don't you know you work for me? Don't you know you work for me? Yeah.